Hey there, everyone. How are you doing today? Well, first off, we still obviously have Jimbo in my arms. He's still being a pain, but I want to record these videos today so I can get them out so we can help people. So in this particular video, we're going to be talking about a case study. I think there are too many folks, myself included, always assumed that the more money you made, your higher income, the more financially free you are, right? When I was growing up, you see the nice suit, you see the nice car, and that doesn't mean squat. So what we're going to do today is we're going to walk through an example of three friends. These three friends have very different financial pictures. Each friend makes entirely different income. Each friend has an entirely different set of monthly and yearly expenses. Then there's the reality. These three friends have been invited, in this case, to a wedding, but this could be a wedding. It could be Christmas shopping. It could be anything. The idea is each of these three friends needs to pony up and sign up for the same exact expense. And what we are going to see here is income has no determinant on how stressful that decision is. So let me bring it up. Let me share it with you because this was eye-opening to me when it really clicked for me, frankly, later in life, and I'm embarrassed to say. But here's the deal. We're going to have three friends. It's not about income. It's about how much they have left over, right? Earn, save, earn, spend, save, invest, repeat. So financial stress does not come from an income, high income or low income. Financial stress has nothing to do with income. It has to do with spending. So let's set this up. We have three friends, Jessica, Marcus, and Maria. I, in this case, put in their hourly wage. You could translate that to yearly income as you see there. I've added their tax brackets. Again, just estimates. I've talked about net hourly because, again, it's nice to talk gross, but you and I don't spend gross. We spend net. And then there's their yearly income, right? These are the three friends, Jessica, Marcus, and Maria. In this case, they're going to go on a dream vacation together. 7 days, all inclusive, cost $6,000. Again, right? Jessica makes 100 grand a year. Marcus, 70. Maria, 50. And they're all being asked to spend $6,000 for a once in a lifetime vacation together. That's the setup. So what I'm proposing is it really doesn't cost the same. Yes, price is 6,000. But again, what I'm trying to teach in this course is it's not price. The cost is different and it has to do with time. The time is the important thing. So in this case, $6,000 divided by Jessica's net of $40 an hour, that's 150 hours. Marcus, it's just over 200. And Maria, it's over 270 hours. But this is what most people think. This is not the truth. This is a good first step because, again, at least we're talking about net. We're not talking about gross salary, right? Remember, Jessica makes 50,000 or $50 an hour gross, but she makes 40 net. So at least we're talking about net. But again, this is wrong, or at least this is incomplete. And it's important to realize that financial stress starts with being incomplete about where you are. So this is the first step to remember, right? The rat race. Here it is, Jessica. In this case, Jessica, again, right? We saw this earlier. She makes 50 bucks, 20% tax bracket, 40 hours net. We talked about this already. But did you know that Jessica is living on the razor's edge? She spends $34.50 of her money every month. She only has $5.50 left over out of every hour. So a $6,000 vacation costs her almost 1,100 hours. That's half a year. Jessica, you should not go on this trip. You're living on the razor's edge. You are in so much trouble. Marcus, you're in a little better spot. You save about almost $9. Not bad, but still, this cost you almost 700 hours. Folks, this is what's important. It's the discretionary. It's what's left over. It's not your gross. It's not even your net. It's how much you have left to save. And then there's Maria. Maria is crushing it. Maria should go on this vacation. She makes $22 net, but she only has $10 in expenses. She saves more than 50% of every hour. That is amazing, Maria, and you deserve this vacation. In fact, this vacation is cost Maria half as much as it costs Jessica. Think about that. Maria only has to work 500 hours. Jessica has to work over 1,000 hours. Folks, income doesn't matter. The rat race, lifestyle creep, stupid spending. Lots of very well-paid people are broke. They don't have the savings. Jessica, you only have $5 left over. You should not go on this vacation. Again, look at this. The picture flips. Up front, most people think Jessica can afford this vacation, but she can't. If Jessica decides to do this, she's just spent over half of her discretionary money for the year. She's got nothing left over for a car issue or a surprise payment or a Christmas gift or anything. She's broke. Marcus, you're a little better. Maria, you're doing awesome. Folks, it's not how much you make. It's not even net. It's how much of your life have you consumed with monthly spending? What's your lifestyle spend? Again, think income minus tax, minus monthly expenses. That is your cash left over to spend and save. That's the yellow number, right? That's how much is there. How much cash is left over? Think time, not price. Again, Jessica needs to spend 1,000 hours, Maria only 50, and Maria makes half as much as Jessica. It's pretty amazing. So again, this is important for me. This is just one example. You could go from a $6,000 vacation to a wedding, to whatever you want. It's not how much you make. It's your monthly expenses. The rat race is real. Lifestyle creep. Jessica made 100 grand a year, and she is living on the razor's edge. Don't do that. That's what this course is about. Understand where you are so you can improve month after month after month. All right, everybody, take care. Hopefully that made sense.